Hello, this is Mr. Chabry, and I've got another battle with Gamer MZ. So, looking at his team, he's got a lot of scary Pokemon. Mainly that Kartana. That thing can hit really hard. And Noivern. That thing's really fast. So, I'm going to go ahead and lead with my Landorus, as my opponent's going to actually lead with that Kartana. So, the good thing about this is my Landorus does have the Intimidate, and Kartana is a physical attacker, so it's going to lessen the damage that this Kartana is going to do to us. So here my opponent's actually going to go for the knockoff, and as you see, nothing got knocked off, so yeah, this Landorus is packing a Z Crystal. I'm just going to go ahead and set up my Stealth Rocks, as my opponent's going to switch out the Kartana and bring in the Mandibuzz. So now I'm actually going to pop my Z Crystal, and this Landorus actually has the Flynium Z, so you're going to see this Landorus fly up into the air, into the sky, come down, and smite down this Mandibuzz. The thing about Mandibuzz, though, is it's a very bulky Pokemon. It has really nice defense, so yeah, it's actually not going to quite take it out, even at the level of health it has. And it also has the Mago Berry, so it's going to get some health back. So this time I'm just going to U-turn out. There's not really anything my Landorus can actually do to this Mandibuzz, and I'm actually going to bring in my Nihilego, because Nihilego can hit really hard, as my opponent's going to use this as an opportunity to roost up and get some more health back. So now what I would like to do is just hit this thing as hard as I can. If I could take it out, then I could get a boost from my Beast Boost, as the Mandibuzz actually has Tailwind. So yeah, this Nihilego is scarfed, but if there's something faster on my opponent's team, it's going to outrun my Nihilego, especially now with the Tailwind. So now this Power Gem will take out the Mandibuzz, and we'll get a nice special attack boost from the Beast Boost. And now my opponent's bringing in the Tapu Bulu, and it's going to take some Stealth Rock damage. It's going to set up the grassy terrain, so yeah. What I'm actually going to do here is just stay in. I don't really have a reason to switch out, and Tapu Bulu has pretty nice attack, so it could hit me pretty hard, as my opponent's actually going to bulk up here. But the thing is, Nihilego is still faster than Tapu Bulu, even with the Tailwind. So I'm just going to stay in, go for another Power Gem, and we will take out this Tapu Bulu. So now the Tapu Bulu is gone, so is the Mandibuzz. So we're in a good position now. So now my Nihilego is at +2, and my opponent's Tailwind has just petered out. But Kartana's on the field, and even though my Nihilego is scarfed, if this thing is scarfed, it's going to outspeed my Nihilego, take it out, get an attack boost, and completely demolish a big chunk of my team. So what I'm going to do is actually go into Landorus, so I can intimidate this thing, as my opponent's actually going to go for the Smart Strike. So that actually works out very well for me, because I know Landorus can take some hits like that. Knowing this thing has Smart Strike is actually pretty good information. But now it's going to go for Leaf Blade, which tells me it does not have the Choice Scarf. And that will take out my Landorus, and it'll give it an attack boost. So now what I want to do is bring in the Superior. Since this thing is not Choice Scarfed, I know that Superior is faster, and I can go for a Hidden Power Fire. But this Kartana actually has the Focus Sash. So that's actually the item that it had this entire time. And unfortunately, we're going to lose our leftovers here, but it's not the worst thing, because since we intimidated this Kartana, it's not going to hit us as hard as it would have if it got that Beast Boost earlier. So now Superior can outspeed this Kartana. I know that as a fact, and I'm actually going to go for Leaf Storm here. I know Kartana Dull resist it, but it is at such a low level of health that it's not going to matter, and I'm going to get a nice special attack boost there. So now what I can do is I could do a lot more with the Superior. Now my opponent's going to bring in the Decidueye, and I know Decidueye isn't the fastest Pokemon, and it doesn't have the best stats. So what I'm going to do is actually set up a substitute, see what his Decidueye wants to do. I know a lot of Decidueyes have Sucker Punch, and that's actually what I was trying to protect myself from there. And seeing that my opponent's just going to go for the Brave Bird, maybe that means he's not going to go for Sucker Punch. So I'm just going to go ahead, go for Hidden Power Fire. I am at +2, and it's still not enough to take out the Decidueye. So I'm going to take a nasty Brave Bird to the face, and Superior is going to go down here. Superior did really nice, though. Superior is such a really good Pokemon. It's very solid, and the Decidueye is going to take some recoil damage. So now I'm going to bring in my Fortress. If this Decidueye keeps going for Brave Bird, it's going to knock itself out, as in fact, it's actually going to do that now. Just go for another Brave Bird, knock itself out. And what I can do in this turn is actually set up some hazards. I think that might actually help out. So I basically get some free hazards here. Of course, Fortress took some chip damage, but it's not really that much of a problem. Fortress has beautiful defense. So now my opponent's going to bring in the Noivern. Luckily, we have those Stealth Rocks up, so Noivern's going to take some damage. And the Noivern's going to see that we have leftovers. The Noivern's got Super Fang, which is actually pretty interesting. But I'm going to just go ahead and set up spikes. I was expecting this thing just to go for a flamethrower, take out my Fortress. I'm not too worried about Fortress right now, so I'm just going to let it stay in. Go down, possibly, as the Noivern has Air Slash. So we see Super Fang and Air Slash, and my opponent's going to get the flinch this turn, unfortunately. So that's kind of unfortunate there. So now the Noivern's actually going to go for a Roost. So that's good to know that this thing has a way to heal itself up. I'm going to use this as an opportunity to set up some Toxic Spikes, so I can do a little bit more damage to the last Pokemon on my opponent's team, and we're going to get a few more leftovers. I really think that's the best thing that my Fortress can do at this point, because there's not much it can do to Noivern, and I don't want to switch out and take unnecessary damage on my Swampert. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And now my Swampert is here. This is actually my Mega Swampert. It has Rain Dance. So that's actually what I'm going to do here. Go ahead, set up the Rain Dance so this thing can outspeed everything else on my opponent's team, as my opponent's going to go for the Air Slash, and unfortunately for me, Swampert's going to flinch. So that really sucks there. I'm going to try the Rain Dance again as my opponent goes for Air Slash, and we're going to flinch a second time. So I can't really keep going for Rain Dance because this thing might flinch us out. So I'm just going to go for Ice Punch here on the turn that my opponent actually goes for Boom Burst instead. So we're just going to take this thing out. Let's just get rid of it. Unfortunately, we don't have the Rain Dance, but I mean, honestly, Lycanroc does get Accelerock, so it probably wouldn't really matter at this point at how low of a level of health I am. So this thing's going to go for Crunch. It'd been nice to have the rain up, but unfortunately we flinched over and over again. So now our Swampert's going to go down, and I'm going to actually bring up my Honchkrow. If you watched my battles before, you know this is my Choice Banded Honchkrow with the Moxie ability. And I'm just going to go for a Sucker Punch, because Sucker Punch from this Honchkrow hits really hard, and it's going to be enough to finish off the Lycanroc. So if you like this, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next battle video.